Hey guys, Robo here. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be touring my Redstone world. This is also just my creative world. Just basically anything. I do anything creative in here. That includes Redstone. So, while we go through this, if you guys see anything that you want a tutorial on or any additional information that could be done in another video, I'd be glad to look around for you and try and do that for you. So, here's a shop idea I had for one of my SMPs that I was part of in probably about 7th grade. This is a super smelter. That's why the outside is a furnace. And you basically, this is a prototype, so nothing is actually final, but like you'd put in some smeltables here and the minecarts would get released and take it down. And then it had Ethos Bamboozler in it. If the furnace gets low on food, on fuel, you can see the Bamboozler producing food there. Fuel, sorry. And then over here is another one of my shops. This one was more finalized because I liked it a lot. This is a prototype. You can see what you think it would do here. But here's the main here's what it actually ended up looking like, or at least the face of it. You'd pay a diamond block. You'd stand here with nothing on. Look, I got leather armor. So that means I lost that lottery, but I didn't lose it completely because there's one option worse. Diamond armor with curse of vanishing. I mean curse of binding. So basically how this thing works is it's a randomizer that has two randomizers in it, 50-50. You can either get nothing when neither of them fire, and so you just lost your diamond block, or you can get leather, iron, or diamond. The diamond dispenser has the option to be curse of binding in the actual version, and then or you could have god tier armor. So that's basically how it works. It's an armor lottery. It's pretty cool. This in this world is my first time making a multiplexer, and this is actually you're going to be seeing a lot more logical redstone as we age in this world, but this is kind of where it all started. Well, at least the first thing I built in this world that was logical redstone related, and that's because that was one of the prototypes to this. You can see that multiplexer right there. This is the only tree farm I've ever actually built. Pretty proud of it, even though it's pretty not amazing. But it is still the only tree farm I've ever built. Here's a little kelp farm. We got villager prototype. Got a cactus farm, melon pumpkin farm over here. All of that stuff is prototypes for a base. This is one of our item storage prototypes. Here's a sugarcane farm. This is the one I actually still use in my survival world. Except it's not sugarcane, it's bamboo. It's not, so yeah. This is an enchantment table bed that was in my bedroom in one of my SMPs. Well, if I stand here and actually collect the item. So it's just like this, and then you do this, and then all of a sudden it's a level 30 enchantment table. Got my old Minecraft head. This is what my old skin used to look like, and so I put the bottom face in the bottom of the vault that was in that redstone base. Over here we got my basalt farm that I made. So like no. Oh, there it is. So that's a clock that you'd pulse, and it just generates basalt. This is the beehive, the honey farm I made. And then all these things right here are just like prototypes for our base that we'd make. Prototypes and pieces. Those are pretty cool. more stuff. That's a that was a prototype for a base I was gonna make at one point. It definitely did not turn out the same. I'll actually show you that base because it's pretty cool. So this is that base. Ah, you didn't see that. One moment, please. Okay, so this is that base. As you can see, it's just like some lava. I never actually got around to finishing it, but I got this far in survival. Then back in here, so you can see where I was going when I made this and what it turned into. This is a door prototype I had. Yeah, so you a secret storage prototype. So this is, if you remember my survival world, I have this exact mechanism in the floor, and this is my Ethos lab um, inspired chest room. Some of you might know what that is. I might put some picture of that on my screen. This is the interface and pieces of the super smelter I made. So this is the button that switches around the lights. And the way the selector works is it's just a bunch of locked hoppers with items in it. And the item moves from hopper to hopper when it's pulsed. That's literally how that works. And then this is just a three-way water stream that you can flip the way the water goes based on the inputs that are selected. So that's pretty cool. Here's the interface. This is the item aliver. As long as items are being fed to dolphins, they do not despawn. So the items, whenever they're coming out of the input, they go to a dolphin, and they are not despawned until the hopper minecart comes and picks them up and then takes them to the furnace. Over here is actually a stasis chamber I designed for that redstone base that you see right there. So it's a ceiling stasis chamber, but basically what you do is you can be called somewhere. This yeah, that's okay. So this is how you add more ender pearls. You just throw them in to the hopper minecart. But basically you can be called somewhere if this redstone line is activated. I think it's just done with a button. If you do it manually. But I don't actually know if this is how to do it. Oh, it is. Okay. But then to load it, you click on this barrel and then throw one up. And then you can be called. So the way it actually works in this base is pretty cool. Where I don't know if there's an ender pearl in there right now. Looks like there is. So this is actually how it works. So imagine you're anywhere in the world. Oh no, it's turning night. Well, then you get teleported home and you can sleep for the night. So that's pretty cool, I think. I made it smaller for this version of the base, so it's actually less reliable to throw your ender pearl up, but it's the point is still pretty cool, I'd say. Did it again. Okay. So, yeah. So we saw my. This is and then finally over here, this is the actual furnace array units. If we go to my super smelter, you can see the actual array units down here. Then over here is that water switcher and just a bunch of stuff. Okay. So next, you've if you've seen my YouTube channel at all, this is a device that I have a tutorial for. It's just a hidden enchantment table. Here's a hidden staircase entrance that I have that I have implemented into my survival base. And then over here is something that I thought I was going to make a tutorial for someday, but it's basically just a floor hidden armory, as Mumbo Jumbo would call it. You just place a wooden button there, make sure it's wooden, and then down here is just a bunch of chests, and then crafting table, furnace. Then to get out, you just click on that thing. It's kind of complicated because I'm overcomplicated it with that right there. I think that might have just broken it. Yeah. You can only use the wooden button to go up, but that doesn't matter because you're inside. But yeah, so that's the hidden armory that I might make a tutorial on someday. Let's see. That's not mine, so I won't tell you about it. Copied a tutorial for that one. Copied a tutorial for that one. Be not mine either. That one could be mine. But in case it isn't, I won't show you. This is definitely mine. There's a tutorial of that on my page, my YouTube channel. It's just a stairway that pops out of the ground so you can get up to a secret room or something. Over here's one of my SMP shops. I called this one Big Brain Villagers, but you'd put a lever or something on one of these things, and then it would release one villager in this pile of villagers, so that you could basically pay for villagers. I don't know what I was thinking though, because this was like in the shopping district. Like, how are you gonna get the villager back home? I don't know. It seems like an oversight to me. This is a piece that went into one of my survival bases actually as well. So it's a copy of this. So this is what I mean. This is a thing that went into one of my survival bases. This is actually inside of my basement now in my current survival world, but might as well show you this one too, because I liked this base. But inside of this world, this tree signifies my base. So you'd come through here, you'd see that tree, and it had my elevator in it as well. So you'd come here and you'd go down. And then of course you're in here. Notice this one's an oval. That's important for later, I guess. But this is the chest room of that base. So back here in the redstone bit, in the redstone world, this is an oval. You'll know, so that's what I mean by this is what that room was going to end up looking like whenever I got that finished. And if we continue around here, let's see. Which of these are mine? So I can show you things that I actually invented instead of copied from somebody else. So this is kind of interesting. It's a compost bin that you would just see, just a compost bin with a lid. So you enter it. There's nothing. It's just a compost bin. Just kidding. If you throw an item, you get thrown into the wall, and then you can go to a secret base or a secret room or something. And then this version is just a compost bin, and then you could have the same button or bit underneath to enter it. But you'd click this, it opens up, and then yeah, you can go through into a secret base. So that's something I invented. This is a tic-tac-toe that I made that you can click buttons, and right now it's a circle turn and click a button, and right now it's an X's turn and click a button. Yeah, literally just tic-tac-toe, nothing crazy. This is the logic I made to it. Might as well, because this is what I'm interested in. Like if I was making this, the reason I decided to make this was because I made this circuit right here, where if you flick this lever, nothing happens. Well, okay, so something does happen, yes. But the main thing is the player plays something, but he plays it on a turn. And based on what turn it was when he played, so right now it's off, so he's X's, for example. But if it's on when he played, then now it's O's. So, but the thing is, the turn counter can flip back and forth. So that's literally what this is it's just a flip flop that flips between X's and O's. And then when the player plays, based on what it was when he played, and then this is a single, this only works one time. It's a set reset latch, but that's literally how it works. It's not complicated at all. There's no wind detection or anything. Made it as simple as possible. This right here is a hidden entrance to a room or something. Place a torch on a wall. Had that in one of my bases in a world to go into the villager breeder room. So you just place a torch there and go down. And then to go back up, you just flick this button and then boom. And then this is a hidden version. I don't know if they're okay. This one over here it's the same thing, except this one has an entrance mechanism. So this one has just a barrel with a filter. So if you put a baked potato in this one, for example, then it would open up for you. And then you'd go up using this block swapper mechanism. Yeah, they're the same. I guess another difference of this one is this one has an infinitely, you can have this base bit as far down as you want, but this one, it just uses a input directly from the base bit into the upper bit. This one uses that same input, but uses a water column to portray that information. I don't know why. Lava bridge I made. This is a lot of fun. So imagine you have like a corridor or something. Just an unassuming place. You're just a person trying to get something, and you open the chest. I messed that up. this is not. Interesting. What'd I do wrong? Okay, I was showing my brother that the other day, so that's why it's broken. But so you'd come in here as a survival player, and you can't place any blocks or anything because it's too short. You could obviously still get around it, but the main thing is just normally that if they're unsuspecting of it, they're going to not be ready, and they'll fall down and die or into a trap or something. This is the smallest the smallest 2x2 flush door possible. Well, I believe possible. I still think that this is that smallest 2x2 door possible. Oh, this one has a. Okay, this is the actual version. So doesn't have the rear door on like that one did, but yeah, smallest possible, I believe. Flush seamless piston door. So that's pretty cool. This is my minecart entrance for the anywhere storage that I have in my current survival world. This is where I designed it. And then this is how you send it back. Yep, that's pretty cool. This is a door I designed for. This is a underwater door that I designed for a room for a base that I had. This is it, an underwater door I designed for a base I had. Where you flick the lever, and it opens the door, but doesn't reveal any redstone, so it works underwater. And then you'd swim through the corridor. I might as well show you that actually, because that in survival, the implementation of it is kind of interesting. So it's in the same world as that lava sphere is. But so I had an elytra when I was using this, so I'd fly up here, and then I would place my food in this thing to open the door that was underwater, and then I would start swimming, and then I would fast travel basically from my base to spawn. Then when I wanted to get back, I probably would just push that button, but there seems to be no ender pearl in. I must have died. Anyway, just yeah, it's an underwater door. That's the main thing. All right. This is the entrance to that base, actually. So it's a flush 5x5 trapdoor. Pretty cool, I think. Okay. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is the 2. No, it is 4x4. Okay, so like I was saying, this is literally just a 2x2 trapdoor, but it has a few locks in it. Like this is an example. Like to open this trapdoor, looks like I disabled that for that one. Maybe I disabled all of them. Okay, so yeah, it's just a 2x2 trapdoor that's flush. This version is actually, in my opinion, nicer than the other one because notice it's flat on both sides, whereas this one, when you open it, there's nooks and crannies that you can get caught on. That's annoying. But yeah, so that's that. There is, of course, my elevator that I'm super proud of, that I put in basically every survival world I've had since I invented it. It's just an elevator, goes up and down. It is literally just the default de facto standard flying machine. Whoops. Forgot how to go into first person view for a second. But it's literally just, I'll just build it for you real quick because it's so ubiquitous. I believe this is how it's built. Well, sure, we'll do it like this. Oh, okay. This, like this. I haven't built this in a while. I haven't even built redstone stuff in a while. Maybe like this. Yeah, see that? It's literally just this elevator. I'm going to. Like it even goes down. But except it is built in redstone, so. So it's cooler, basically. Yeah, it's cooler, I swear. We got this here, which I made a tutorial on recently-ish, still like 2 years ago, but it's a hideable, retractable into the ceiling staircase. Definitely made that. Very cool. These right here are just signal strength barrels that I needed for a later project. This right here is a hidden lamp system that even is a glass. It's like a hipster lamp. So yeah, cool. I know. It's just the coolest thing you've ever witnessed. It's a block swapper, except lamp. All right, we might be getting close to the end of the redstone contraptions. This is a design I used for a door in that redstone base over there. I'm probably going to quickly show you that redstone base next, because then we'll be getting into the logical redstone side of the world. So here's the entrance. It's this water. Just swim in here. I feel like you can't swim in creative. Whatever. Okay. Then we got the entrance, and here's the main room. Just kidding. You open the doors using that middle button, or you could open them individually using that.
I need something.
But once you enter, you have this nice looking library. I had to use candles because when I built this, candles were pretty much just added. But this right here opens up the enchantment table rooms that I had that tutorial of at the beginning. Just trying to see if there was anything on the other side of these, because one of my favorite tricks to do with trapdoors is have the lighting leak through and then light up some stuff. I think this room would not be as bright if I didn't have these lights behind. But then over here is the super smelter that I love. Yep. Should know how that one works by now. And then my elevator, of course, because I put it in every base. This barrel brings you the everywhere storage that is in this, because I implemented that in this base before I implemented that into my survival base. So here's that everywhere storage with the the minecart in it. We got Shrek's outhouse in my greenhouse room. And then in this base, the actual house that you'd be living in is this. Just house built into the side of this cliff and the side of this greenhouse that's built into the side of the cliff. This place is pretty cool. I already showed you that at night that happens. On the other side is another stasis chamber, where I'll show you that later, actually. Got some storage in your bed, of course. Here is to activate and deactivate the farms around the base. So like this one right here, if this one's on, you'll teleport to the bed at night. But if I turn it off, then at nighttime you won't teleport there anymore. That's pretty nice. And then these ones are just for whatever you want. I don't have any farms actually built in this place. And then this is the emergency escape button. So in a survival situation, like, you know, what if your house is going to get griefed? Of course, you're going to need an emergency escape button. That's pretty cool. All right, now we'll go to, I don't want to die. Now we'll go to the third spot in this base. So we got the library room, we got the smelter room, and the house up top. And I guess a common thing you'll notice in my bases is I always have this central breakout point, and then everything fans out from there. On this base, we got another everywhere storage back here. So the minecart will come down here real quick. This one takes a while because I geniusly made it a loop that the minecart actually has to spiral down, which wasn't that smart. But yeah, same minecart. Then up here, got our window at the side of our cliff. Got our silo looking thing. Oops. Okay. And then see that, how it's glitched out? That happens when you unload the chunks. I tried it. I didn't put returning on this trident. So let me do that real quick. All right, then you click it again and boom. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And then this right here is actually what I was meaning to earlier. You click this, it's like, oh, I kind of want to go to bed. So you click that and you'll teleport home. Because it's faster than if you didn't. Yep, that's what I mean by unreliable. But then we got the vault. Just a big place where you place all your diamond blocks for fun, because why not? And of course, you can't have a base without a villager breeder. So right here is the secret. So I just want to show you, but like, yeah. The secret entrance I made for this room. This is the villager breeder. Same as in my survival, you click this button and the zombie villager will come from above. This is the minecart return, and then these are where you place your finished villagers. So that's pretty much all I could do in this little base, but it's still 100% functional. I really enjoy making redstone bases. But okay, now we'll get to the technical redstone stuff. So this right here is a copy and pasted schematic of Sebastian League's. He's like my favorite, like programming YouTuber, but it's his 2-bit adding subtracting. He calls it the ALU, but not really. So we'll do. I think this is 2 plus 4. So 2 plus 4 is 6. Maybe that's not what I have it. Maybe it is backwards or something. Not too sure. Oh, it's in subtraction mode. That's why. So it was doing 2 minus 6, and then we got 4, and it was in negative. So now it'll be 6. So 4 plus 2 is 6. But then if we subtract, then 2 minus 6 is 2 negative. It's negative 2. No. Yeah, negative 2. All right, so that's the 1-bit ALU that is made purely out of logic gates. I made an later, like 2 years later, I made this ALU. This is of my own design, using bubble streams and walls because they are instant transmission. But here's the book that it can do. So it can do all these operations. So if we want to subtract 2 numbers, then what was that? That was this. So we're going to subtract. Right now it's at 1 minus 1 is 0. Or what about 1 minus 2? I did not make this to do negative numbers because I didn't want to implement that. So it's just 0 because it's a bigger number. So we'll do 3 minus 2. And so that's 1. Or
he said there's water everywhere. Where?
Or
yeah.
Okay, so that's this 2-bit ALU. There is a version of it that is not as parallelized. So as you can see, these 2 blackstone lines, the gold and the purple. Here's those 2 blackstone lines, the gold and the purple, but speed optimized. So if I used this one, then like this on addition right now, so it adding 1 plus 2 is 3, but notice that it takes a lot longer. It's like 1. Okay, so if I switch it to 4, then look how long that took that long to get the result. This one returns the result in constant time. So we're doing the same operation. Notice how fast it is. But like if I am doing this operation right here, then it could take the time for that button to press and for the water line to get all over here and then go all the way back and then down. So it's a lot faster. That version over there is a lot faster than this version. And here's all the logic spread out. All right, there's some. This is actually a binary to BCD converter. I don't think, yeah, this isn't the right version. This is the only complete version right here. So binary, so we'll put in the number, we'll do 1000. I don't know what 1069 is, but we'll just do 69. So 64 plus 5 is 69. And so if we come over here and we look, it says 69. This is a purely logical version. So like I just took out the 64, so now it's just 5. But notice it takes a long time for the redstone to propagate. If I click this button and we go all the way over here, let's watch how long it'll take. See, that was pretty long. This version right here is a little bit more constant. So if I just switch up the number a little bit more. This one is not my design. This might be Matt Batwings, to be honest. Design of binary to BCD. That one is my design though. We come over here and we clicked the button. That's when we pressed enter. And that one calculated a lot more in a lot less time. And then this right here is my redstone clock. It's pretty cool because these two things right here are the timing circuits, one for night, one for day. So it's always accurate. And one resets the other whenever, so like this daylight sensor resets the other clock. Well, while only one clock is active at a time. So you can like sleep and whatever, and the clock will always be accurate. The main thing is that it's an analog clock, which is pretty cool, and it works on both sides. There's two sides that are functional. There's two sides that are not. But it's basically this little mechanism up here. I don't know if this is functional. Yeah, it doesn't seem functional. But this one down here definitely is. So let me just pulse this line real quick. So now it's that time, and then pulse it again. Now it's that time, and then it just rotates all the way around. Pretty cool. Over here is another binary to BCD converter. And these are truth tables for a few of the basic logic gates. The one I'm forgetting here is implies, I think. Then over here we have a few of Matt Batwing's computational redstone stuff. So this is his screen mechanisms. I think these are literally all his because I was watching his videos and just copying down the things he uses. So those are cool. This is his multiplication circuit. Maybe this one's division. I don't remember. But this is mine over here actually. So this is a 1-bit CPU. Copying some radio. I don't remember. It's the same 1-bit CPU that Usagi Electric made in his his vacuum tube 2 computer series. But this right here is the multiplexer for the instructions that you can do for it. And then this lectern book has all the instructions the computer has. But yeah, so it's literally a fully functional 1-bit CPU. And then it has its output lamps here, which I don't even know what means anymore. This was the read write register or something. I don't know. Got the flags. Got the right flag. Yeah, well, basically it's really cool. I am very proud of that. This is just the ALU that's inside of it. But yeah, so honestly, that's probably everything that I need to show you guys. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? It's a very long video, but hope you guys enjoyed the tour of my Redstone world. Have a nice day. Bye.